Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Nasty Addiction Garage. So in today's episode, I am super excited to tell you guys that we're going to be fixing the 94 a little bit more. We're going to try to make it a little bit better. So if you guys haven't seen, I did have a couple things done, or I did do a couple things. I'll roll the clips here so you guys can check it out exactly what I was doing. But moving forward, we have the alternator for this 1994 Toyota MR2. So the thing is, we had noticed that on some maintenance that we were doing, there was no alternator belt. We did see a battery symbol on the instrument panel, so it's going to be flashing a symbol just because the belt is not running the alternator to generate the current and so forth. But moving forward, we have a remanufactured one. I am super excited about it because it's super clean, and when we do the swap, we can use that alternator for the swap that we use. So I'm excited regardless because it's nice and fresh. You know me and fresh stuff. Like, I need new stuff if I'm installing them on these Toyota MR2. So guys, we're gonna have an episode here on teaching you how to install an alternator on a 1994 or on a 5S FE 2.2 liter motor. So guys, let's dive into it. Alright folks, for starters, what I like to do is removing this side panel here. And after removing this side panel here, I like to go ahead and remove the cruise control, because that kind of gives you all the access you really need to get in there to get the alternator. So moving forward, I'm going to put you guys on a time lapse. You know how this works. So guys, as you guys see, I was able to remove the actual cruise control and then remove these sensors here that were plugged right here, and the cruise control that has 1, 2, and 3 bolts that hold it down. So we unplugged it from here. The plug on the cruise control is right there. So we have this space open right here. So as you guys can see, the alternator is right there. It does have a hanging belt from it because the belt is broken. It's like melted on there. So we're gonna have to remove a couple bolts. So as you see, there's one adjuster bolt right there, and then this long piece there is another bolt. So that's right up front. So we're gonna have to remove not necessarily this long one, but we're gonna have to remove this one, but we're just gonna have to extend this one all the way out to bring the alternator out. So we have one more bolt that goes all the way at the bottom that connects to the actual block, so that's the one that we have to go under the car to get. But we're gonna go ahead and remove these or remove this and loosen this up just so then we can have it out of the way. So then when we do remove the bottom bolts will then release the alternator. Alright folks, you guys seen me remove the top side bolt, adjuster bolt for the alternator. So right here we have that really long bolt that you guys see right here. It's also connected to a piece that this threads through. So guys, let's jump into it. Alright folks, now that we're under the car, that's the bolt that I'm talking about right there. That's right under the alternator. That's the bolt that needs to come out. And as it comes out, we need it to move so then we can then free the alternator and get the alternator out of there. So let's try to get this done, guys, and let's go. Alright folks, I want to talk a little bit about the angle that I want to go about removing this alternator. So as you guys can see, right, I'm gonna fit this in here, the camera. See that bolt right there that I already loosened? That bolt there is the bolt that needs to come out. So if I've already loosened it, I could literally just pull it out, and there it goes. That bolt there is that bottom bolt to the alternator that needs to be removed for the alternator to be kind of just free. Because remember, we were up here and we removed the one that actually connects it there. So all we really have to do at this point is kind of push the alternator this way from the bottom, just with a pry bar or something like that, just so then at that point it could just slide off. All right, folks. So I want to show you guys where we're at. So we did remove the 19 millimeter bolts that go into the spindle that go connected to this strut. We also removed the 12 millimeter bolts, the two 12 millimeter bolts that hold the brake line. Reason being is because I did try to remove these, and these just kept spinning to a point where I don't want to remove them just yet because I'm not ready to replace them. But the other approach, then what I'm going to have to do then is I'm going to have to release the shock up here and allow this to drop a little bit more, so then the subframe could come off, because I did remove the subframe bolts, as you guys can see. So at this point, if I can drop this, it would be nice, because it would definitely help the the axle move out of the way, so then I could just at least pull the alternator out this section. Alright guys, I want to kind of show you guys what I've done so far. So you guys can see here the alternator is completely unplugged and off. So what I'm going to do is, or what I've done, I'm sorry, is remove the subframe bolts on all four sides. And I did remove the center motor mount as well. I did PB blast everything, because eventually I'm gonna have to remove all this stuff, and all this stuff looks horrible. So what I'm gonna do now is try to maneuver it out of here without removing the axle. I'm hoping I don't have to remove the axle, and I could just kind of move this good enough to swing it down, just so I can squeeze this out, which I'm not hopeful, but I think I might have to move the axle and go from there, guys. But let's go ahead and get it done. Everybody up to speed. What I wanted to show you guys is I had to remove the axle. So I removed the brake caliper, which is two 17 millimeter bolts that go right back here. So that was removed. I did remove the 19 millimeter bolts from the strut housing, and I removed the 17, I believe that was, 17 millimeter bolt on the spindle here on this arm. So now I did push the axle out. As you guys can see, the axle is out. I'm just going to slide the axle out really quickly, just so then I could try to squeeze the alternator out of there, either come through here or push it out that way. So guys, let's just do it, and I will catch you guys once it's finished. Let's remove the alternator, removing the axle. So the alternator came out right through here, right through the front, right under here. So there was enough room for the alternator just to fall out. But I got to show you guys something, because this is ridiculous. Look at this alternator. This alternator is completely cracked down the middle. I have never seen that in my life, but that is completely cracked. Housing is cracked, I mean, ridiculously. Like, I wonder what the hell happened here. All right, folks, I want to bring to your attention the night and day difference that we have here really quickly before I go ahead and install this alternator. This is a 90 amp refurbished alternator for a 2.2 liter 1994 oval plug alternator. There is a difference. There's a circle plug, and then there is a oval plug. Oval plugs were 94, 95. So those plugs came on those alternators specifically for the 94s and 95s. So this 5S will be nice and good, ready to go once I go ahead and install this. But this, I really want you guys to look at this crack. Look at this crack. That is just, this is insane. The crack goes all the way down. Like this, no wonder this is seized. And I mean, compared to this, look at how nice this is. This is just popped. So guys, let's jump into it. We're gonna just reverse this order in the same sequence that we took it out in, guys. So let's get this going. Guys, we're gonna get into it. Just go ahead and install this and start programming it. All right, folks, now you see everything is back and put together. Brakes are on, everything seems to be doing and on pretty good. Went back on fairly simple. So you see I connected back the ABS, I got everything put back and connected as far as the spindles and all that stuff goes. Next is going to be the subframe. We're going to go ahead and install the subframe back, or the subframe bolts. Go ahead and try to get that going, and then go ahead and install the motor mount that we removed on this end too. So guys, let's jump into it and let's go. Alrighty, folks, so what you guys seen was me change out the alternator on a 5S FE 2.2 liter 1994 Toyota MR2. So with all that said and done, everything is all put back together. As you can see, you could probably see our new, you can't see it just yet, our new starter, or our new alternators in there. Everything's all plugged up, and down here you don't see any more dangling alternator belts. So guys, we're gonna cross our fingers and hopefully this works. I'm gonna put you guys on a camera stand. I'm gonna turn the car on and we'll go from there. Let's go. All right, folks, she's running good too. Let's check out the instrument cluster and check it out. No more dash lights. We're doing good, idling pretty good. I like it. Oh, I'm so excited. This makes me happy. This really does make me happy. So guys, what you guys seen me do today was go ahead and change the alternator on the 1994 Toyota MR2 OEM Plus build that we have here. This thing is, I mean, come a long way so far from the 4 years of not doing anything to now actually running and being a moving car. I think this is paradise by comparison. Whoever would have bought this car would have got a steal and something easy to fix and drive. So unfortunately nobody bought it, so I'm gonna have to deal with it, and we're gonna make this thing look right, guys. So until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Peace until next time, guys. And this is Nasty Addiction Garage.